I had to do my master's in physiotherapy.
Physiotherapy.
Yeah.
Easy, and you're not functioning well.
You're not functioning well.
Yeah.
And it affects your body. Stress affects your body.
And now is not now is traveling not fun.
It's not fun anymore. What happened? The back becomes curved.
Curve.
What we call lordosis.
So how do you feel like Indonesian people in general? How are they?
Masters, yeah.
Yes. So how long have you been in India? Hello guys. So today I met one of the most interesting people you can meet. The guy has a lot of story to share, and he been in. You've been in India, you've been in Bali, and you've been in Philippines. Yeah. So and more. But it would be a very good interview. So I would love to share the interview and his story with you guys. So what's your name and where are you from?
My name is Eddie, and I'm from Congo.
From Congo.
Congo, DRC, Congo,
Yes.
Kinshasa, Africa in general.
So when did you first country you went to India? Is it?
Yeah. Before coming here to Philippines, that's where we are presently.
Yeah.
I first passed by India.
Passed by
coming
India.
here.
Okay. So you went to India. So why did you go to India?
I have a lot of friends there. First of all, I had to go there for some higher studies, right?
The guy he has a master in physiotherapy, but they have a lot of story, man. So you went there and for master for physiotherapy.
Masters,
Yes. So how long have you been in India?
I've been there for quite a long time, and my masters were nearly for 2 years.
For 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since I did 1 year elsewhere, I just had 1 year to do in India.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
just completed.
So you done 1 year in India. Which city you used to live in India?
I was living in Punjab in India. It's like toward the north side.
In the north side.
Yeah.
Next to which place?
Punjab is a big city, right? So I can say big state in general. So it has some other small cities where you have Chandigarh,
Okay.
you have Ludhiana, you have Jalandhar.
Okay.
My school was in Jalandhar.
Okay.
So that's where I spent
So the
most
school,
of the time.
Jalandhar is a big city.
No, it's a small city.
It's a small city.
Yeah.
So consider. So there are a lot of foreigners over there.
A lot.
So what is going on in Jalandhar city?
So it's usually school.
It's usually
studies, right? There's not much to do as a tourist out there, but then it's more of universities.
Okay, that's very nice. So, but India for me, I would love to go and visit India. Yeah. So I have a lot of friends from there. So, but I never been there. So one of the most interesting people that I met is from India.
Oh yeah.
So I love the country so much. I have so much love for the country.
Oh, that's cool.
But I would love. Guys, I look like Indian, but I never been to India. I'm not from India, so people. The crazy part is most of the people they think I'm from India.
I was going to think the same. Since I'm African, it was easy for me to tell that no.
They told me you look like Indian.
Oh yeah, they were confused too.
At this point, I accept it.
Yeah.
I might as well learn the language.
Who knows? Yeah, that's better. I got to learn a little bit of language, right?
Yeah.
Since I stayed there for a while, and I have a lot of friends.
Okay. Yeah, that's amazing actually. But how do you feel like Indian people that but of course for sure you will find crazy people somewhere here and there.
Yeah.
But
I get a point.
Yeah.
It's like all over the world. You'll always find ups and downs.
Yeah.
There are people who will be dealing well with you, and others who will always reject you.
Yeah.
But then I've always been surrounded with good people.
But I mean, you don't want everybody to accept you. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Of course not. Even Jesus himself was killed. He wasn't accepted by everybody.
Yeah.
So again.
For me, I went to China, but when they see foreigners, they give you too much attention.
Too much attention.
So when even too much attention is crazy.
It's crazy. Excess of everything is bad.
Yeah. Too much attention is crazy, man. Yeah, but that's amazing. So you was in India. You were there for 1 year or what?
Yeah, for 1 year, and I completed my studies over there.
You completed your studies over there.
I managed to work there for nearly a year.
Went there and that's amazing. How working life there over in India?
It was cool. The coolest part about it is like it's a huge country,
It's a huge country. Yeah.
so you get to do a lot. In
Okay.
which way? Since the big country, it's more populated.
Yeah.
So me being a physiotherapist, I get to see more cases
Okay.
based on the population. You
Yeah,
see
yeah, that's
different
true.
cases every day,
That's
right?
true.
So which was the best part of
That's
the
true, that's true.
experience, and
That's
that was helpful to me.
That's true. You know, I met somebody a doctor from India. You know, I asked him why Indian doctors they are very good at their job. He told me that there's a lot of cases come to the hospital,
yeah.
so you have much experience to practice.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
true,
amazing.
That's true.
So you're working for the 11 months. It was good.
It was good. It was good. Though, as any other workplace, there are always ups and downs.
Yeah.
But still, it was
Yeah.
good. It was a good experience.
But Indian people they are very good in their jobs and
So
stuff.
they are good. They are good. They're really good. And,
Doctors.
they're really good and they work hard.
That's
They really
amazing.
Work hard, yeah.
That's amazing. So you done with India. Then after that, after 11 months, you
Yeah, after 11 months of work,
Mhm.
I had to leave the place.
okay,
right?
okay.
So I left the place and I came to Singapore
Singapore.
for a
Okay.
couple of days, nearly
Okay.
a week.
Okay.
And then I realized that no, that was not my place.
Yeah.
And since I decided to start traveling around
Yeah,
to give
yeah.
myself a break,
Okay.
then I came to Bali where I
Bali.
spent a couple of months there too.
Okay.
And here we are in Philippines.
Okay. So how's Bali? How's life in Bali? I mean, how's
Amazing.
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 So it's
Based on first of all the weather,
Mhm.
because most of people who come, like let's say Europeans who come to Bali, some of them come during Christmas
Yeah.
while it's snowing over there in Europe and everything.
Yeah.
So they come to enjoy the weather.
Yeah.
Right. The weather is actually fantastic. We got some good beaches and all, right? Clean ones and
Yeah.
some that are not clean, but of course,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you get close to the nature.
Okay.
And the best part about it, Bali or Indonesia in general, though it's a kind of developing country or modern, they're still attached to the traditions and to the cultures,
Okay,
right?
okay.
They're trying to maintain the cultures and traditions, which makes it beautiful.
Okay.
Because suppose people who are coming from all over the world who have lost their own cultures and they reach somewhere where you feel like people are still attached to the roots, to the source, to the origin, you know?
But I feel like they do also do like festival, too many festivals. They celebrate too much
Oh yeah,
stuff.
they do, but not like Indians. Indians have festivals every day.
Every day.
Nearly every day there's something going on.
That's amazing.
Yeah, but not Bali. Not Bali. Bali is a fun place.
Actually, you convinced me to go to see Bali and see what's going on over
Oh yeah,
there.
you need to.
But,
You
but
really
that's
need
amazing.
to.
That's amazing. So how do you feel like Indonesian people in general? How are they?
No, they are the most welcome people I've seen on earth so far. You know, I didn't travel the world. I traveled a few countries, but based on the few countries I've traveled and the other countries we've traveled on our mind through social media, I know, right? But I can say that Indonesians
Are
or
very nice.
Balinese are the most welcome people.
Almost welcome people.
Really.
Guys, you will find his link below. I mean, whatever he wants to share with us, his WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, anything, you will find it in the description below. That's amazing. In case of any lady she want to follow him, you know. But that's amazing.
You're most welcome.
Most welcome. That's nice. That's nice. That's cool, man. So, Indonesia, but I feel like foreigners, most of them, they straight away go to Bali or they stay in Jakarta, or what's the deal with Indonesia?
Okay, it depends. Why? It depends on the reason why you want to go there to Indonesia. You know, at first. So Jakarta is a big city. You know, it's a
Yeah.
city. You get me? A lot of rush, a lot of traffic, a lot of buildings,
Yeah.
and most of people are already coming
true.
from the same kind of lifestyle. But they want to enjoy the nature. They want to enjoy the beach.
Yeah.
They want to enjoy jungle kind of life,
Yeah.
right? So they go to Bali area where you actually get to,
That's true.
see this kind of things. Not
That's
just Bali.
true. Yeah.
There are many other small,
That's
islands
true.
around.
That's true.
You have Nusa, Penida, you have Gili, and all
Okay.
these, and many more islands.
And many more.
Where you get different kind of experience
Okay.
that you never had before.
Okay. But I feel like, cities everywhere, the big cities, once crowded, Two is traffic is moving very slow,
Stressful.
stressful. Yeah, all the stuff. I mean, people. Yeah. Besides that, people come from all over the country just to work in the city. So that's what
Yeah,
I feel like.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. So city is always, traffic. The traffic is slow and stuff like that. But that's amazing. That's amazing. So foreigners normally they don't go in Jakarta. They don't speak too much.
No, no, not much, not much, not much, not
Mhm.
much. For those who are coming for vacation,
Mhm.
so they really go to places where they can actually feel free,
Okay.
connect to the nature,
Okay.
right, and enjoy the life better.
Okay.
Where you get to meet a lot of foreigners and
Uh-huh.
exchange cultures and experiences.
Okay, that's amazing. So they straight away go to
To
Bali.
Bali, straight.
It feels like Bali is like a country. It doesn't
If,
feel like.
I know, yeah, that's happened exactly.
Mhm.
Because most people, when you ask them, like,
Mm.
what is Bali?
Mhm.
They won't even know that Bali is in Indonesia.
Then even
They
Bali.
think that Bali is a whole different country.
A whole different country,
They
yeah.
don't realize that they are inside Indonesia.
Okay.
In Bali.
Okay,
Right? Yeah.
that's amazing. That's amazing. So expenses. How's expenses in Bali?
Yeah, that's the reason why most people come there, right? Because
Is it cheap? Is it
very cheap.
Really?
Very cheap. The lifestyle is kind of cheap, I can say.
In my mind, I'm like, okay, I watch videos in YouTube about Bali and stuff. I find people buying condominium, buying big stuff. So they spend more than $2,000 a month. I'm like, this place is expensive, but is it not?
No, it's not. It's not. It's not. It's not.
In the West, and some people, a lot of them, they can't spend that much,
Or they cannot. Yeah.
So you don't need to stay in villa and stuff. So if somebody doesn't want to spend that much, where can he stay?
Exactly. Most of backpackers who are traveling around the world
Yeah.
usually find affordable accommodations, right? Like
Such as
like hostels,
Okay,
right?
that's nice.
Or guest house.
Guest house.
At a cheaper price.
So wait, guest houses? Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the guest house is
It's
at
also good
affordable
price.
prices. Yeah.
Okay,
But
that's
hostels are always the best,
Yeah,
right? If you are like mainly for backpackers,
Yeah,
you are
prefer that.
solo traveler,
Yeah.
traveling alone, so
Yeah.
hostel is the best.
But I feel like also if somebody want to go to Bali travel, they won't go to the hotel. I feel like hostel is more like social. You meet
More
people
social,
from
yeah. Exactly.
you meet people from different countries. It's nice social life.
Yeah, you're socializing with the
Otherwise,
different people.
otherwise you will be in the hotel
Hotel alone.
alone, and
Yeah, stressing.
yeah, it's stressing until your mind starts
Going into depression.
Yeah.
So you really need people around.
Yeah.
You can exchange cultures,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
ideas.
Yeah,
right?
that's amazing. That's the most amazing thing, guys, I like about hostel. But one thing about hostel is sometimes it gets noisy. So,
Oh yeah.
but if you guys want to go to stay in a hostel, you have got to, get used to the noise.
You have to. You need to
Yeah.
get used to it.
Yeah.
But then the thing is, like, most of hostels will always have spaces for work.
Okay.
Because a lot of people are working online, right?
Okay.
Remote kind of work.
That's
right?
amazing.
So you'll have a spot
Yeah.
where it will be a bit quiet. You can
That's
actually do your work.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. But you told me that hostel is most very beautiful. It's like
Oh, it's
they
beautiful.
have
It's beautiful. Most of the houses,
In Bali.
beautiful, right? The environment is beautiful.
with a swimming pool and everything.
Close to the nature, you'll be having a nice swimming pool for those who like to swim,
That's
right?
amazing,
Because
that's amazing.
Bali is all about water.
That's
Island, they
amazing.
have a lot of waters around,
That's
so I
amazing.
don't think that
That's
having
amazing.
a pool, a swimming pool would be a
That's
bit
good. So you guys normally use motorbikes and
Oh, yeah,
stuff
yeah.
to travel around.
to travel around.
Guys, I'm
Transportation.
a little bit scared about motorbike, but I don't know. I had an accident when I was a child. That story for a different day, but
Yeah. For transportation, usually in Bali, it's a small city, right?
city.
The roads are kind of narrow,
Okay.
so you cannot be traveling by buses and other
Okay.
things. So
Okay.
they have,
Yeah.
they use usually bikes.
the
Right?
usual bike, no train, nothing.
No. If you want to rent a bike per month, per week, based on how much
Okay.
duration you have,
Uh-huh.
it will be the best option. But if you
Okay.
cannot ride a bike, then you have to start booking the car, the bike taxi.
Okay.
They have Grab, they have Gojek,
Okay.
different kind of.
So okay, if let's say if somebody watching this, you want to go to Bali, so let's give him an idea of prices. Like, okay, hostels, you told me is around $5, $5.
Yeah, $5 to $10. It depends on what kind of hostel, right?
Okay.
But 5 to 10, you will actually,
Find one.
believe me, you will actually find a hostel
There's a lot.
where you will actually rest well, you know,
Okay.
sleep well,
Okay.
in a better environment and with good people around.
Okay.
Right? Good people around.
That's amazing. That's
Of course,
amazing.
there are also hostels which are really expensive.
Okay, so
right?
it start from 5 and goes
Five,
more
all the way
expensive.
up,
Yeah.
all the way up.
So it's easy to find 10 and 8.
It is easy. 5 to 10, you'll find it.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. That's very nice. So that's the hostel. What about food?
The food is quite good because they have a lot of cuisine, right? A lot of cuisine, and it depends on what you want to eat.
Okay.
If you want to eat Indonesian food,
Yeah.
you will enjoy it.
Okay.
They have warungs, places, right? Which are like restaurants.
That's amazing.
Local ones, you
Okay.
eat good food. That's what I like the most is what? When you travel to a place and you want to explore the culture,
Yeah, yeah.
so you need to eat their food too,
You need to
right?
eat the
That's
food.
how you get to know about the
Exactly,
culture too, right?
exactly.
Because if you
Exactly.
go there and you start eating African foods only, European food only, so
You're still
you are
stuck in your-
you are still
stuck in-
stuck
in your
somewhere.
culture.
Yeah, you're still stuck in your culture.
Yeah,
You
you're
won't
not
get to
learning
explore.
anything.
Exactly.
Yeah. You need to embrace the culture.
Exactly. And
Whether it's good or not.
the food is good.
It's
It's really good, and the price are affordable.
So, like, normally one day, how much people spend, like, for food?
A day.
You need to give them the full package, you know, hostel, food, and
Yeah, for the food, I mean, it depends how many times one want to eat per
yeah,
day.
3, like, say
Those who
3.
eat like 3 times a day, yeah, up to like $10, you can actually eat much better,
Much better, really?
much better.
That's
you know
good.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Really much
Good,
better.
good, good,
If you eat from the warung, right? So you will actually eat better.
That's amazing.
But if you want to eat from the restaurant, like foreign restaurant, you'll spend.
That's very
really
good.
spend.
That's very good.
Yeah.
So that's the food. So motorbikes, like how much somebody want to rent a motorbike? Like is the price is different from other shops to other shops?
Oh yeah, the prices are different from shop to shop,
Uh-huh.
area to area.
Uh-huh.
So if you are living in the area where it's more populated, or the area that has more tourists, so the prices are going to be a little bit higher.
Okay.
So it means it ranges from like 5 up
5 a day.
a day.
Okay.
5, which is I mean. in-
$5.
In rupiah, let me put it in rupiah, in
Okay.
Indonesian rupiah.
Let's say you guys can convert it.
Exactly,
to,
you guys
yeah.
can convert it because
Okay.
I can't stress about mathematics too much.
Oh,
yeah?
okay. Yeah.
But 100,000 Indonesian rupiah, you will rent a bike per day.
Okay.
At times it even goes down to 70,000.
Okay, 70,000.
Which is really, really cheap.
That's good. That's good.
So per month, it will be much lesser
Or if you rent it by month.
per month.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
if you take it 100,000 per day, in a month, if you wanna, multiply it all, you reach 3 million,
3 million.
which is a lot.
3 million in a month.
Yeah, in a month.
Okay.
But
If
if
you-
you want to do the booking like per month directly, so it's gonna be cheaper.
So you go directly by yourself.
You have to go by yourself, present your cards,
Oh,
your
so
passport.
if you do it online, it would be much expensive.
You can do it online too. Or
But the prices would be
It
similar?
will be similar, or you
Okay.
can go directly,
Okay,
right?
okay.
Where you'll end up spending instead of 3
Okay.
3 million
Okay.
for a bike that you can take 100K per day, you'll
Okay.
end up spending like 1.5,
So
nearly
he-
half the price.
Okay, nearly half the price. Okay, so here in here, if you want to rent here in Philippines, I feel like that's what if you go and then if you put a long time, it will be much cheaper, even almost half the price.
Exactly, because there you have time to kind of,
Negotiate.
negotiate with
But no, they don't really negotiate, but they will give you
a
half the
good
price.
price. Yeah, that's better. It's better to go in person. Just get the location of the place,
Yeah.
and it's nearly everywhere. On the road, you see bike for rent.
Yeah.
So
That's
directly
amazing.
go to the place.
So okay, in Indonesia, like what type of traveler days? Like okay, are they like people? They say Bali is a digital nomad. Like people they go.
Yeah,
for- Most of them, they work
a lot
online.
of people there. Yeah, a lot of people.
So
work
most of
online.
them,
Yeah, exactly.
But you find some people they just traveling and stuff.
There are lots who are simply traveling,
Okay.
take a break from whatever they do,
Yeah.
just to go and refresh their mind, travel around,
That's
enjoy
amazing.
the life too.
That's amazing. But I feel like, did you like had a good experience in Bali? Like, is it like experience well? Like, did you enjoy the place? Did you like it? Is it fun? Is not fun? Or how? What was the situation over there?
I can say, out of 10, I can give it 8.5.
81.5.
8.5 because 10. But
Low price.
anything,
In my mind, you convinced me. You convinced me like I need to go and visit Bali.
oh, you
Like,
really have to. You
Bali
really
is
need
very
to.
good
You really
place.
need to.
Yeah,
You
that's
won't
amazing.
regret it.
That's
You won't
amazing.
regret it.
That's amazing, man. One day I will, guys. One day I will.
You even
But-
fund more than what you expected.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. But first, I need to go back to China, man. I need to show you guys China, and China is amazing. I feel like once
Maybe
you,
another experience, yeah. Like for me,
yeah, that's amazing. That's
been
good.
there, so for me it's gonna be a different experience if I go there.
That's amazing. But I wanna ask you about your experience here in Philippines. But you never been too long for the
Yeah,
Philippines.
I've been here for just nearly 4 days.
Nearly
right?
4 days.
So I don't really know much about it.
Okay.
And since
Okay.
I'm in a big city,
So you never.
so
Yeah.
I didn't walk much around.
Yeah, but Philippines is very good country, man. It's very nice.
But the few days I've been here for,
Mhm.
I can actually compare it to
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
places, and I feel like, yo, Bali is the best.
Bali is the best. So once you, I feel like Bali is your place.
It's the best. Why before?
Yeah.
Because like here we are on the rooftop.
Yeah.
Once I stand here and I look at the road,
Uh-huh.
and once I stand in Bali and I look at the road, totally different
Totally
things. I
different.
don't need to walk around.
Yeah.
This small difference is already big for me to actually decide which one is the best place.
Yeah. So do you like tell what your somebody would you like to tell them go visit Bali? Do you recommend it to the people?
Oh yeah, I do, 100%. Go visit it for yourself, have your own experience, because that was my experience.
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed it more than what I thought.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Beaches, there's a lot of beaches, beautiful beaches.
beautiful ones, and there are some that are not clean, but most of the beaches around are beautiful, really beautiful. You have those with black sand, white sand, soft sand,
So
rock
wait.
sand. Yeah.
Can I like find a place next to the beach like you have hosted
Of course. There are a lot of places
with the same
right?
prices you just said?
Oh yeah, the price will be a little bit higher,
It'll be a
but
bit
not
higher.
that high that would be,
Uh-huh. Yeah,
But
you-
they are 5 minute walk,
5
10 minute walk.
Yeah.
So and at the
You can
good price.
you can also live a little bit far from the.
Oh, you can.
But it's find better price.
You find better price.
Okay,
But as
that's-
long as you have your bike, it makes everything easier.
That's amazing. So how's your is it safe? It's not safe in Bali. How is the situation of safety?
Okay, based on other places I've been around, Bali is one of the safest places.
One of the safest
One
places.
of the safest places because
Okay.
there are times where people go out and come back really late in the night.
To nothing
It's
happen.
still safe.
Is it safe for women too? Like.
Oh yeah, that's the best place for everybody,
Okay.
even for women.
Okay.
Because I've seen people
Okay.
even,
Yeah. They
drunk on the roads,
jump on the
but
road.
still
Yeah,
able
managed
to go
to-
back to the places
Yeah.
safely.
That's amazing.
Though there are always cases once in a while where things
Yeah.
might have gone wrong with the person.
Yeah.
So it can't be 100%.
But I mean, in general,
In
there's
general, yeah.
always some possibility of something not
exactly.
happening.
In general, it's the safest place.
Safest place.
Safest
That's amazing, man. That's good. So it's safe, it's good, it's nice. People are what Indonesian people you said they are good, they are nice people,
They're good,
friendly.
nice people,
They're friendly.
beautiful people.
Yeah, but
friendly.
in my mind, I'm like, okay, Indonesian people they don't speak English.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah.
might like if I go to Jakarta or something like it would be much difficult for me to stay. Because I cannot communicate no English. So Is it true they don't speak English, or what's going on?
What I can say is like Jakarta is a big city, so
You want?
no, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
Jakarta is a big city, so for
Okay.
sure you'll actually
Yeah.
find people who can speak English. But places like Bali is a touristic place,
Tourist
so
place.
most
Okay.
of people kind of speak some English.
Okay.
It might be a little bit broken,
Yeah.
but the communication will be
Very good.
very good.
Okay, that's right. So you don't have to stress about.
You don't need to stress. Even people who never been in school, they will still be able to have a beautiful conversation with you in English.
Okay.
You know?
Okay, now we give them idea about, like, okay, if somebody is want to travel, want to go for traveling, and 1 month and something. Okay, what if somebody want to stay there for long, like want to
Yeah.
retire there, or you want to stay for a long time?
They
How's the
have-
situation there?
Yeah, they have different kind of visas.
They have
right?
different kind of visas.
They have
Okay.
retirement visas.
They have retirement visa, really?
They have Kitas visas.
Okay.
They have business visas.
Business
And
visas.
they have tourist visas.
They have a
All the
tourist
visas have different kind
Okay,
of
okay.
durations,
Okay.
right, and prices.
Okay, because some of my viewers are they are retirees. They want to retire somewhere. So okay, if let's give them just idea about if they want to retire there in Indonesia. So in Bali, and so how's the situation? What do you recommend them to do, like renting wise, like? If they want to stay in the hostel, I mean, for the beginning, I recommend people to stay in the hostel.
Oh, yeah,
you know,
for sure,
because
for sure.
they just communicate with the people, get ideas, exchange ideas. It's better than straight up go to the.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's true. That's true.
So how's the situation of
So
hostel,
when it comes to accommodation for those who are about to retire or who are going to retirement, I've met people who actually rent the places. You can rent a guest house
Okay.
at the cheapest price.
guest house?
Yeah. You can
Like
rent
2
it for
rooms?
a whole
Is
year.
it- the guest house has 2 rooms.
It can have a 2 rooms, or it can have
One-
1 room,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Attached kitchen,
Okay.
attached bathroom,
Bathroom,
right?
hall and
And,
stuff.
yeah,
Okay.
you feel like home, right?
So how much you said earlier that the guest house is
It's also cheap.
it's
It depends
cheap.
on
Yeah.
what kind
Location
of
and-
facilities
yeah.
you really require.
Normally, how much the cheapest to the
Okay, the cheapest can start around 120 or 150,000
150,000.
Indonesian rupiah. So you
Indonesian
guys can
rupiah.
actually convert
You can convert it
into
to dollars.
or into
Okay.
whatever currency you guys use.
Okay.
So yeah. So you can actually get higher than that.
Higher
But
than
a month you might get something of 2 point something or 3 million Indonesian rupiah.
That in the middle.
month. That's like a good price.
That's a good price. That
Price. For
yeah,
a
the
good
range.
guest house. A beautiful one.
So this is not cheap. The 2 million is not cheap.
No.
This
If you
is
convert,
medium.
you'll realize that it's not what you expected.
Okay.
It sounds like millions, but
Yeah,
you know,
but
it's
yeah.
actually cheap, right?
Yeah, that's good.
They have a whole different
That's
currency
amazing.
there.
So how's social life over there? Like, okay, now guys, they know the prices of hostel, they know prices of renting and stuff. How's the social life? Like, people, they social together, like, especially foreigners.
Exactly.
Yeah, foreigners. They accept each other. The social life in general.
Exactly. So, in general, I can say that let's start with the foreigners.
Yeah.
Most of them come there to socialize,
Yeah.
right? They are trying to escape the stress from the countries, from the background, you know, and
Yeah.
everything,
Yeah.
right? So they want to socialize. So they
Yeah.
are really there to
Yeah.
meet different cultures
Yeah.
and mingle with other people.
Yeah, and one more thing, like me and you, we came from Africa, yeah?
Yeah,
Sometimes we stress, like, and people, they accept us, they don't accept us. How's the situation for you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For me,
Being African.
being African
yeah.
in Indonesia,
Yeah.
I actually had a good experience based on some other countries where I could not be accepted,
Okay.
you know, as an African.
Yeah.
But in Indonesia, it was easier
Okay.
to even make Indonesian friends.
Okay.
Like they get closest to you.
Indonesian people.
Exactly, they become like a part of your, you know, your daily life.
Daily life.
You have a problem, you can call one of them and they'll show up.
You trust them.
You trust them and they also trust you. But at the end of the day, you can't trust everybody.
Yeah, I
but
mean-
in general, it's easy to make friends in Indonesia. Not just with the foreigners,
Yeah.
but with local people.
Yeah.
much easier.
Much easier.
It makes life easier also. They will
Yeah.
show you more things, more places to visit to,
Yeah.
cheaper places to stay, you know.
So in my mind, like somebody has an idea, like anybody has idea of like maybe he got some experience with Indonesian people, but it wasn't that well. So you are saying that that's not true. Indonesian people, they socialize with people, they accept people, they helpful.
Like yeah, exactly. No, the truth is like we say, everywhere in the world, you'll always find some people who won't like you. who won't
For
accept
sure,
you,
for
that's
sure,
normal.
for sure.
But in general, no, that's the best welcoming place.
Welcoming place, welcoming
Best
people.
welcoming
Really,
people.
that's amazing. I mean, that's good to know. I mean, that's good to know. That's amazing.
True.
That's amazing. So do you see like yourself going back? Now we are here in Philippines.
Oh, yeah,
Guys,
yeah.
here we're in Philippines in Manila. Yeah. So do you see yourself going back to Indonesia or no?
I have
Again,
to go back.
You have to go back.
I don't even have to think about it.
Yeah. You told
So,
me.
Yeah. Since
Uh-huh.
I was there as a tourist,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
But then I realized that I developed more connection.
Connection,
Right, with
okay.
people.
Yeah.
So I want to go back as
Physiotherapy.
with business
Yeah.
visa,
Yeah, business
so that I
visa.
can be a self-employed and I'll
Okay.
be able to do something for myself
that's
and the
amazing.
people around.
That's
right?
amazing.
For the time being, because you
Yeah.
cannot sit, close
That's amazing.
arms.
That's amazing. So you told me your profession is
Physiotherapist.
Physiotherapist.
Sports physio.
sport physiotherapy.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between physiotherapy and sport physiotherapy?
Physiotherapy in general, right? It's a healthcare profession, right?
Health.
Healthcare profession, which include various kind of discipline in it. You have sports physio, you have cardio physiotherapy,
Okay.
you have neuro physio, right? You have a lot of it. But my specialty was much more in sport physio, which is also close to ortho physiotherapy or musculoskeletal.
Okay.
Those would deal mainly with the body structure.
Body structure.
Yeah.
So if somebody got injured or stuff,
We handle it.
we handle.
We handle it.
Yeah, that's when you guys come in for that.
Exactly. So sport physio is usually we deal with athletes injuries,
Injuries.
injury prevention,
Okay.
rehabilitation after
Okay.
injury, rehabilitation
Okay.
after surgery.
Okay.
Right.
That's amazing.
And conditioning.
That's amazing.
All of it. Yeah.
But guys, the guy is good in what he is saying. But if you guys want to, like, if you guys in Bali or if you got any, any question for him, or you got injury, or if you want to help, his contact will be below.
Oh yeah.
But
You'll be the
because
most
it's
welcome.
very hard, because it's very hard to find somebody, need your treatment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm
So
there all the time. So
You'll be in Bali.
I'll be there.
You'll be there.
I'll be there.
If somebody got injured or some stuff, then they can contact you. You
Yeah,
can be
we do the online consultation too.
Online
right?
consultation.
Online consultation we do.
That's amazing.
Offline too we do, right?
That's
Where we
amazing.
have hands on our patient.
That's amazing. Ladies,
Yeah.
that's a good news for you. So you can
yeah.
contact him. Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's
we do
amazing.
all of it. All
Yeah.
of it we do. We deal with
That's
everything.
amazing. That's amazing, bro. So, I mean, it's not easy. It's not easy stuff. I mean, from what I hear from what you say, but
Yeah, it kind of sounds easy, but it's not that easy because there's a lot to learn through it. You can do it only if you know
yeah,
what to do it.
yeah.
After different kind of evaluation.
Let's give us let's give us example of example of somebody who got injured or something.
Okay.
I mean,
Not long back, I actually had a client
Mhm.
who had
Mm.
a Russian client
Okay.
who had back pain.
Back pain.
Back pain,
Okay.
upper left back pain. Right?
Upper left back pain.
Back pain, yeah. So I was actually trying.
Upper left back pain,
Yeah.
like in shoulders or what?
No.
Back in the back.
Upper back. Yeah,
Ah,
left.
back.
Yeah,
Okay,
left
okay.
side.
Left
pain.
side. Oh, wow.
So I start dealing with the problem directly. The problem, right?
We're doing an interview.
So
Interview. Yeah.
what was happening was that
Mm-hmm.
I tried to treat the problem directly, but then he was getting a little bit better. But then later on, after going throughout the entire evaluation, special tests and everything, and his past history, because past history is one of the most important things. You have to know like what happened to the person in the past.
Yeah. So what happened to him? How he get
Exactly. In the past, I realized that he had an extreme bike accident.
Using the
Bike
bicycle.
accident where he even broke his knee.
Oh, shoot.
And since he broke his knee, so they had the first surgeon made a mistake. They cut his hamstring muscle, which is the muscle at the back of your thigh.
Oh no.
And they took a tissue to replace it as a ligament.
Okay.
ACL ligament. It's one of the ligaments that is in the knee, right? Anterior cruciate ligament. That's the name of the ligament.
Yeah.
But actually, they were supposed to cut a tendon.
Tiny bit, something little bit.
A tendon is actually a part of the muscle that connects the muscle to the bone. Because the muscle is fleshy. It does not connect to the bone directly, but it's connected to the tendon.
Okay.
Those whitish, gray stuff that we see, you know, so non-veg, we eat chicken. When you eat like this, you see one white kind of thing. White, exactly. So that's a tendon. So later on, he went to another surgeon in Germany. They actually performed a better surgery. They took the tendon. The German. They took the tendon and they replaced it. So he went through like 2 surgeries for the same knee.
From different doctors?
Different doctors. And after that, he started developing knee problem. Of course, the knee would never be the same, 100% not the same, right?
Okay.
That's a normal thing. As soon as you're open, things are not going to be the same 100%, right? You might achieve some kind of relief, but it's not going to be the same. So our work is what? To make you feel comfortable, functional, and get back to your normal life, right? So, due to that, his hamstring that has been, you know, which tissue has been taken off, has gone weak. And due to the weakness of that part, since the body is a connected kind of chain, you might have a problem to the neck. It can cause a problem to the lower leg.
Oh no.
You might have a problem to the leg that can develop to the upper body. So later I realized that his upper back pain was linked with the problem that was on the leg.
Oh wow.
Exactly.
So it doesn't
it was not a direct problem. The lower body was weak. It kind of changed his gait, his way of walking.
That's amazing.
It dropped his hips from one side. And once it drops the hip from one side, means that side has to walk a lot in order to compensate. Even the other side of the body has to overwalk in order to compensate.
So you're saying that if somebody got an injury, like in the leg, it can go somewhere else?
Yeah, it can affect your spine. Yes. Your spine,
even the spine.
Exactly. Your spine curve can actually change.
Oh, sure.
Right. You can develop scoliosis kind of spine when the hips is not level.
Even when you sleep, if you don't sleep in the
proper position,
for
a longer time, you will start developing it. Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
So
how? Yeah.
So when we came, because it's always good to know the cause, the root cause, the source, through various tests, special tests. And past history, and when we got to know the entire thing, what's happened to him and everything, so I started focusing on strengthening his legs.
Right? The guy was like, what are you doing with my legs?
Exactly. So that's why it's always good to explain to your client, to your patient, what are you doing and why are you doing it for. So since he was a sharp person and who kind of believed in me, so he understood that I was on the right path.
Okay.
So whatever we started doing, we started strengthening his hamstrings.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
We give it first strength.
Okay.
And then what? Size it. Give it some size, bulking up, right? But before that, we had to give him mobility exercise to make his body mobile and a little bit flexible too.
Okay.
So I gave him a series of mobility exercise at first to open up his body, right?
What type of exercise like?
There's so many exercises we can give for mobility, right? We give thoracic mobility exercise in order to open your trunk. To be able to turn side to side without much restrictions. Mobility for your hips too. Because when you have restrictions in one joint, it restricts the entire body. Exactly.
That's crazy, man.
So yeah, we start strengthening his legs with different exercises.
That's amazing, yeah.
Exactly. Since I was strengthening his legs, at the same time working on his soft tissues on his upper back, in a couple of weeks, like 2 weeks, he was actually
Start moving.
start feeling much better.
That's good.
To a point where I was not even focusing on his back anymore, the upper back, I was just focusing on the lower body.
On your lower body.
And the complaint of upper back was gone.
That's amazing.
And he started getting stronger on the left side of his leg.
So,
Right.
and even it doesn't have to be like you got injured or something. Even if you have a back pain from somewhere from
Exactly.
sitting long time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because more we sit for longer, we develop a lot of things.
You know about
So what
some-
happens when we sit for longer? For those people who work a lot on computers, or our mothers, or our other people who are like
Or-
tailors.
Or a woman, she was pregnant for a long
Pregnant
time,
for a
and
long
she has
time.
2 babies or some stuff.
Exactly.
Also,
Exactly. Because during pregnancy, the weight of the pregnant